So I have Lucia Falcone here with us. She is one of our referral experience coordinators. And what I wanted to do, and we haven't prepped this, by the way. So what I wanted to do with her today is do some role playing about conversations that might happen out in the real world and how you as the referral associate might handle typical stumbling blocks, not even quite objections, but how to get around certain hurdles in the conversation to lead it to a positive outcome. So I'm going to start now. I gave Lucia a little scenario that we're going to play out for you. Again, we haven't prepped this, so we have no idea how this is going to go. We'll see how we do. But I'm just pretending I ran into Lucia at some school event. Her son is in high school, and I have a kid in high school, and we ran into each other. Hey, Lucia.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great.
It has been such a freaking crazy year. How is your son doing? Did he do all his college applications? Are you waiting around for
Yes, we're waiting
answers?
around for some approvals, Karen. You know how that whole process is.
I
He will
do.
probably be going out of state somewhere, I'm
Yeah.
assuming, with his college applications. He applied to Delaware, South Carolina, North Carolina. Um, but yeah, I think in June we're gonna, start
Oh,
finalizing all these decisions for college.
it is crazy. It's a crazy time. I know a while ago you had said you weren't sure if you were going to stay in Jersey once your son graduated. Have you been thinking about what you're going to be doing once that happens?
Yeah, actually, we were thinking about, depending on if he's accepted at these different universities, Delaware, South Carolina, or North Carolina. Yeah, we were thinking about downsizing and probably moving closer to where my son will be attending college.
Well, that totally makes sense because you want to be able to keep a half an eye on him, I'm sure.
Half an eye on him, not so
Even
far
when he's
away.
away.
They like to party down there. I get it.
Absolutely. Let me ask you a question. Would you want me to make you a referral to a couple of people to meet with to take a look at your house so you have some kind of idea what it might be worth?
I have a couple of salespeople I'm currently working with.
Well, let me ask you a question. I don't know who they are, but it definitely doesn't hurt to get a couple of names, especially people who are really strong listing agents, because sometimes, a lot of people have their license, but not everybody is a true full-time agent who really is really in tune with the market, really knows how to get you the most money for your house, which is I'm sure what you want to do is you want to, make as much money as possible on your house, I'm assuming.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. I'm going to try to get top dollar, but it's a friend of a friend type of thing. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, let me ask you, what I can do for you is I can give you a couple of names and just meet with them. Just meet with them. I could give you one from Weichert if you're looking at meeting with a couple of different companies. I could give you one from some of the big offices in the area. So you have something to choose from and you're under no obligation to go with any of them. And it doesn't cost you anything, by the way, for me to make the referral, but you'll have me kind of hand holding you through the process as well, to kind of be your backup support a little bit. So, how does that sound?
well, I kind of don't. I work full time and,
Yeah,
really busy lately. And, but I do have to get this ball rolling because
you do.
it's getting very close. June is like right around the corner when
I
you think
know, I
about it.
know, I
And
know.
then he'll be transitioning. Um,
Well,
hmm.
I have a couple of really good people in mind. What I can do is just put you guys in touch, have a conversation, schedule them all back to back on a Saturday, let them take a walk through, take a look at your house, see how much they think it's worth, and then when you're ready, you can pick whoever, you want to work with, whoever you're comfortable with.
So there's no obligation. And will you pick an agent which will be familiar with my area?
That's the whole point. I want to save you all the legwork of having to figure out who the best people are, who's going to have their finger on the pulse for that town, really know the market for your specific community, not just, a realtor in general in the area, but
Okay.
somebody who really knows that market and knows your area specifically.
Well, I know, Karen, I've known you for a long time, so I have a feeling that you'll be able to get me some good realtors, not just with Weicker, with other companies as well, too, right?
Yeah, yep. You
But
can you
yeah,
can
I
meet
think
with anybody you want.
Yeah, if that's, yeah, and then will you be working with those agents as well? Like if I have any questions, I can call the agent and then could I
Well,
come back with
they're
you?
my partner because I'm a referral associate. So what I focus on now is kind
Mhm.
of finding the best agent for you, for the people that I know, and I match them together. So we work in partnership. So yeah, I'm there to support you, be your sounding board. But the person that I refer you to, I would have complete confidence in when it comes to any of the real estate market information. They would definitely be the one to give you all the answers, but I would be there with you every step of the way as well.
Well, it makes me feel very confident, especially knowing that I have two people instead of just one person working
Absolutely.
for listing my property. And then also if we decide to move to like Delaware, South Carolina, or North
Yeah.
Carolina, could you, I mean, it's
Yeah.
those are states I've never been to before. Is there any way you can connect me with someone from those states?
Absolutely. So we can connect you with somebody in all of those areas. And let's say you're moving to, oh my goodness, I can't even think of town specifically, but whereverville in South Carolina, you may end up there, or you may want to look 30 minutes away. So like as you're starting to figure out what markets you're interested in, just come
Mhm.
back to me. And if the agent that you're working with in that particular town doesn't go to those other areas, let me know and I'll just reconnect you with a different person and they'll just start doing that education process for you. Even before you put your house on the market, they'll start sending you some listings, telling you about the neighborhoods. You'll start to feel a little bit more comfortable about the whole process. And we'll do that for every area that you're interested in.
So will those agents send me emails, they'll send me an email with all the listings that are in that
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
area, if it's like
yeah,
Charlotte or if it's
yeah,
Fayetteville or Charleston,
absolutely.
South Carolina. That's good to know because before I list a property, I would like to know what I can buy in North Carolina, South Carolina.
So you start
Um,
to, narrow down your options a little bit.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yes, Karen, if you wouldn't mind, let's start with the listing and as
Yep.
well as I guess I can't really look for something at this moment in
Well,
those areas, but because
Well, and
I'm
especially until you don't know where he's going to get
finalizing.
accepted and where you're going to end up. But at least you'll start familiarizing yourself with it, and you'll start to have a better sense of the market once you do kind of commit to which state you want to move to. Then you'll be in a better position to make those decisions. So I'll put that together for you. So if I have your email, I have your phone. I'll get that together. We'll touch base in another couple of days, and I'll get you all set up with all of that.
That's great. Thank you so much because you're going to make this process so much easier for me. Thank you. I love it. Looking
Oh,
forward to it, Karen. Okay.
all right. Bye bye.
Bye.
And there you have it. That was one. And Lucia likes to talk. So we had a really nice long conversation.
Blah, 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 blah. It was a lot of fun. But
But she did bring up some good points to remember that when you're selling, when you have somebody who's selling, you also have the buyer. They're going somewhere, right? Unless they're moving in with family. But chances are they're going to be buying, they're going to be renting, they're doing some kind of relocation. So, and again, if she had said, well, I'm really committed to my neighbor is a realtor up here, I have to, list with her. I would feel terrible if I didn't. That's fine, but then pivot and go to, well, where are you thinking of moving to? Let me get you connected with some realtors in those areas as well.